Welcome back to Famous in America channel. In today's video, we pay tribute to 5 notable Americans who have passed away in recent hours and who have left an indelible mark on their respective fields. But before we continue, hit the subscribe button and leave your feedback in the comments below. Your involvement fuels our passion for bringing you exceptional content. Let's dive right into today's schedule. Number 1, Lisa Lyon. American female bodybuilder and photo model Lisa Lyon passed away on September 8, 2023, from stomach cancer at her home in San Fernando Valley at the age of 70. She is recognized as one of the pioneers in female bodybuilding. Lisa Lyon was born in Los Angeles, California, on May 13, 1953, and began her artistic career at the University of California in Los Angeles, where she excelled in kendo, the Japanese art of fencing. However, she realized she needed more upper body strength and started weight training, which led her into the world of bodybuilding. She gained recognition by winning the first International Federation of Bodybuilders Women's World Pro Bodybuilding Championship in Los Angeles in 1979. Lyon promoted female bodybuilding in magazines, television programs, and even wrote a book on weight training for women titled Lisa Lyon's Body Magic, published in 1981. Her measurements in October 1980 were: bust 37A, waist 24 inch, hips 35, height 1.63 m, weight 54 kilograms, brown hair. Additionally, she was quite strong, capable of lifting significant weights. Although many believe Lyon was the first female bodybuilder to appear in Playboy, she was preceded by Kelly Everts in 1977. Lyon also worked as a model for renowned fine art photographers such as Helmut Newton, Joel Peter Witkin, and Robert Mapplethorpe, who created an extensive series of photos of her, resulting in the book Lady, Lisa Lyon. She was honored with induction into the IFBB Hall of Fame in 2000 for her role in promoting bodybuilding as a form of art. In addition to her career in bodybuilding, Lyon had a brief stint as an actress in films such as 3 Crowns of the Sailor, Vamp, and Getting Physical. The Marvel Comics character Elektra was initially based on the appearance of Lisa Lyon, by Frank Miller. Number 2, Jake Bloom. Jacob A. Bloom, better known as Jake Bloom, the founding partner of Bloom, Herget LLP, the largest and most successful entertainment law firm in Hollywood history, passed away today at the age of 81 at his home in Sun Valley, Idaho, due to natural causes. Founded in 1970, Bloom Herget, at its peak, employed over 30 attorneys and boasted one of the most impressive rosters of high-profile clients ever assembled. Among its clients were renowned producers such as Martin Scorsese, George Lucas, Jerry Bruckheimer, Charles Roven, John Davis, Larry Gordon, and Lorenzo di Bonaventura, as well as acclaimed directors like Ron Howard, John Hughes, and Brad Bird. After mentoring numerous young lawyers and industry professionals, Bloom retired from his practice in 2019. His retirement also marked the end of a golden era for the firm. Jake Bloom was particularly respected and admired for his representation of the biggest personalities in the world of cinema and television. His clients included iconic figures like actor and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone, Jason Patric, and Jackie Chan, among many others. It's worth noting that Bloom also represented Johnny Depp, who filed a lawsuit against him, alleging that Bloom had collected $18 million in fees over 30 years without a signed agreement. After a significant court ruling in favor of the actor that sent shockwaves through Hollywood in August 2018, the parties eventually reached a settlement. Jake Bloom was married for 58 years to Ruth Bloom, née Collenberg. They married in 1965 in Los Angeles. Together, they explored the world, discovering new places and cultures, savoring new cuisines, and meeting interesting people. They also amassed an impressive collection of art and objects and raised their 2 children, Jason and Rebecca. Number 3, Charles Gayle. American free jazz musician Charles Gayle passed away on September 7, 2023, at the age of 84, with the causes of death undisclosed. He was a multi-instrumentalist initially known as a saxophonist but gained prominence in the 1990s after years of obscurity. In addition to the saxophone, Gayle also performed as a pianist, clarinetist, bassist, and percussionist. Born on February 28, 1939, in Buffalo, New York, much of his life remained unknown due to his reluctance to share details in interviews. He briefly taught music at the University of Buffalo before moving to New York City in the 1970s. Gayle spent about 20 years homeless, playing the saxophone on the streets and subway stations of New York City. He made a conscious decision to embrace this life, believing he needed to leave his past behind to fully dedicate himself to music, even though he often earned very little money from street performances. In 1988, he gained recognition with a series of 3 albums recorded in 1 week and released by the Swedish label Silkheart Records. This propelled him to become a significant figure in the world of free jazz, recording for various labels and also teaching music at Bennington College. Gayle's music was deeply spiritual and influenced by the scriptures of the Old and New Testaments. He expressed a desire for his music to bring spiritual benefits to people and dedicated several albums to God. His musical roots traced back to black gospel music, and he collaborated with renowned jazz musicians such as Cecil Taylor, William Parker, and Rashid Ali. His most celebrated album was Touchin' on Train, which received the Crown recognition from the Penguin Guide to Jazz. Despite being primarily known as a tenor saxophonist, Gayle increasingly explored other instruments, especially the piano, which was his original instrument, and the alto saxophone. In 2001, Gayle released the album Jazz Solo Piano, primarily featuring jazz standards, in response to criticisms that free jazz musicians couldn't play bebop. Throughout his career, Gayle recorded more than 40 albums that he also appeared in the 1985 jazz documentary Rising Tones Cross, directed by Ebba John, where he played alongside musicians like Rashid Ali and Marilyn Crispell and granted interviews. Number 4. Whitey Von Nieda. The American basketball player Stanley Lee Whitey Von Nieda Jr. passed away on September 8, 2023, at the age of 101. Besides being a player, he also served as a coach. At the time of his death, Von Nieda was the oldest living NBA player. Von Nieda began his basketball career playing for Ephrata High School and Pennsylvania State University. During World War II, he served in the Army and played basketball with the Fort Benning, Georgia Paratroopers, where he stood out as the country's top scorer, both in college and military teams, with 1,062 points in 44 games. After his military service, he played for the Lancaster Red Roses in the Eastern Basketball League, leading the league in scoring with an average of over 24 points per game. In 1947, Von Nieda joined the Tri-Cities Blackhawks in the National Basketball League, NBL, where he was named to the All-Rookie team, averaging 12 points per game. During his time with the Blackhawks, the team reached the playoffs finals in both years he played there. In 1949, the year the National Basketball Association, NBA, was founded, he was traded to the Baltimore Bullets, where he completed the 1949-50 NBA season. In Baltimore, he started every game, playing as a point guard and shooting guard, recognized for his agility on the court. After his NBA career, Von Nieda focused on coaching, spending 2 years as a coach at Elizabethtown College. In 1952, he became a player/coach for the Lancaster Red Roses for 4 years, reaching the finals in 3 of those 4 years. He was also selected to the second-team All-EPBL in 1951. In 1985, he coached Lancaster in the Continental League, which served as a springboard to the NBA, and his team once again reached the finals. For many years, he also coached youth teams, teaching basketball fundamentals to 10 and 12-year-old children. Von Nieda lived in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, with his wife, Arlene. He celebrated his 100th birthday on June 19, 2022, becoming the first NBA player to reach this milestone and thus the longest-living NBA player in history. Number 5. Gichi Guy. American stand-up comedian Michael Paul Cathers, better known as Geechy Guy, passed away on September 7, 2023, in Las Vegas at the age of 59. Guy was found unresponsive in his room around 12:30 p.m. on Thursday during a welfare check by the Metropolitan Police Department and was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of his death has not been disclosed, but Guy had a recent history of health issues, particularly high blood pressure. A nursing team had visited him at home recently to monitor his condition. He had been a popular club comedian for years in Las Vegas, most recently at venues like Brad Garrett's Comedy Club at the MGM Grand and the Laugh Factory at the Tropicana. Garrett mentioned that Guy stepped in for him at a pivotal moment in his career when Garrett was cast in Everybody Loves Raymond. Born in Rochester, Michigan, Guy began his career as a magician at the age of 6, followed by juggling and unicycling, before dedicating himself exclusively to comedy at the age of 19. Guy started his comedy career in the Detroit market, performing at comedy clubs and appearing on local comedy interview shows like Some Semblance of Sanity with comedian Gary T. Sun. Guy was a contestant on Star's Search during the 1990 to 1991 season. He defeated, among others, Ray Romano in the competition. On January 7, 2011, he appeared on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Previously, he had appeared 3 times on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Guy held the Guinness World Record for the most jokes told in 1 hour, with an incredible 676. Las Vegas loses one of its finest comedians. We thank all of you, our dear viewers, for joining us today to honor these incredible personalities. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content dedicated to inspirational figures, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts and tributes in the comments below. Our hearts go out to the families and friends of these remarkable individuals in this time of mourning. May their memories continue to shine and inspire us all. Until the next video, here on the Famous in America channel. Thank you for watching.